Okay, y'all, I'm going to try and make this the last little video before the end one. I don't even know if I said that right. Y'all, I'm getting kind of tired and it's only 2 o'clock. So, this is all the wood that I got down. I don't know how many screws I took out, but you can see this quarter round, most of it is still good. It was kind of ingenious, y'all, the way these people, I'm not sure who did this. I think it was the last owner. But if you look at the way they had that sitting on 2 screws, and it made this little hook, this little lip for these cornices to sit on. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, now then, my little vacuum cleaner that I love so much, which is a Dirt Devil tattoo. Now, I used to have a purple one, y'all, and I lent it to somebody, and I never got it back. But my feeling is when I'm cleaning something, almost no matter what it is, I love to use my vacuum cleaner. I use it in drawers, cracks and crevices of every kind, window sills. You can see this right down here. I like to scrape along those window sills with a tiny screwdriver or toothpicks or a toothbrush, and then I vacuum all that stuff up, and it's a lot easier to clean. So I have vacuumed everywhere. I vacuumed up there. That's got 2 screws, y'all. And if I can get those out, I'll put a little, what's that stuff called? Loctite. Even WD-40 might work. But you have to be careful not to strip those screws. Now, I'm going to show y'all how fancy these rods are up here. Do you see how they use these cafe hooks right here? And you just pull them out like so. All that caulking is going to have to be replaced, and all that aluminum is going to have to be cleaned. Can y'all see that? No, maybe not. But anyway, I use my vacuum cleaner for every little thing. And it was very imaginative the way these folks put these curtain rods up here. I don't know if I'd have been able to think of that. Blah, blah. What was I going to show y'all? Oh, look at this screw, y'all. You see how crooked that is? It's not easy to bend a big, heavy-duty screw like that. So, I don't know. I got it out of the wall. Okay, y'all. You know my memory is shot. Now, a friend of mine gave me this tool. What's it called? I can't remember. During a project that I was doing for Interfaith. Now, one of the things that I always did is I marked all my tools with pink paint. Now, this is not a file on this side, y'all. It's smooth. And these come in different sizes, too. And I can't believe I can't remember what they're called. That's just ridiculous. There's Miss Hazel. She's all chilled out over there. You know what's really funny about this little girl that she's been doing is that bed's usually in the living room. She'll sleep up here in this bed when I'm back in my bedroom. And then she'll come back there and lay for a while. And then she comes back up here. Now, I don't get that. She never used to do that. She used to always be in the same room as me. Now, here, whoops, you won't be able to see the whole thing. But these are the drapes that I got from Mary Jo. And, oh, I thought there was a white lining. It's not. It's just white fabric on the back. And you can see, this is a very, I would call this color champagne. And they're really nice. She's already washed them. And she has a steamer that works pretty good. And so once I get them all hung up, I'll give them a steaming so they look nicer. Now I know, y'all, it's crazy that I want to put curtains up over these windows. But y'all, I just can't stand this anymore. I thought I could, but I can't. It's just really driving me nuts. Y'all know everything drives me nuts, and I hate that about myself. Now, this is my sweet little footstool. Y'all can see it's not very high off the ground, but it's enough so that if I need to get something out of a top cabinet or whatever, it's just enough. And besides being pink, what I love about it is it just collapses. Just like that. You can put that anywhere and it doesn't take up much trouble. Now, a couple of you have advised me to, the sides lock out so you don't, hurt yourself, to use a little stool like this. And somebody even recommended that I use a little shower stool. I think I'm going to get one of these, but I am definitely not going to use my little pink one outside. That dirt would have this finish so nasty, I would never be able to get it off. But who knows, maybe I'll find something good in a thrift store, even though y'all know I'm trying not to go there. Eventually, wouldn't some pale yellow curtains or drapes look beautiful with this little chair? Or even green, very pale purple, no blue. I love blue, but I don't want blue curtains. I think it's because because I'm having to look at so much blue. Now, this morning, I got up. I could not stand it another minute, y'all. I had to clean the backsplashes and the countertops. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've had houses, many of them, with grout. And I hate grout. That's a pretty strong word, hate, but I mean, I hate grout. It gets stained, it gets degraded so that it starts disintegrating. I really, really do not like it. And y'all, there's no amount of bleach or scrubbing that is going to get this clean. I can tell you right now, I know that. You see that right there? That's about what it was in the beginning. But anyway, y'all, I couldn't stand it. I had to do it. And I picked this up at the dollar store. These little mats are really cool because you rinse your dishes and then you lean them up against a wall and they dry. Oh, I just hooked my shorts on the pocket and whoo! I'm telling you, I am so clumsy, really, y'all. I'm still on the lookout for a 14 cubic foot scratch and dent little refrigerator, stainless steel. What else was I going to tell y'all? I just run off at the mouth. Oh, I used to have so many tools, y'all. Now, I used to have a good Phillips and a good flathead. I mean, a good one, that worked. This is a small Phillips screwdriver. You hardly ever have a reason to have a little tiny one like that. But I had bigger ones, and I don't know what happened to them. Now, when my sixth husband and I owned a home up in near Temecula, Winchester, Look at that pink. Is that not just beautiful? I'm gagging you men. I'm sorry. Anyway, you know how men are about their garages? You know, that's their man cave. Now, my husband had two man caves. He had an office in the house. He's a perpetual student, and I'm sure he's got his PhD by now. I know he does. And and then he had the garage. And we had an oversized two-car garage, which neither one of us ever parked in. Now, he was not a handyman, y'all. People say, oh, you know, you need to get independent, not depend on a man all the time. Well, I am here to tell you, the men I married barely knew one end of a screwdriver from another one. And my last husband was a big old guy. And so when he'd be using drill, he broke a twin bed one time because he does not know his own strength. So anyway, I have done a lot of things myself. Now, he was so protective of this stupid garage, even though he was not a do-it-yourselfer, didn't work on our cars, his truck, nothing. So I don't really know what the attraction to that garage was, but he took me to Lowe's one day and he said, babe, I'm buying you a surprise. And I was like, oh, dang, he didn't even like to go to Lowe's with me. He would try to sneak out of the house by himself because he knew I could be in there all afternoon. Or if I wanted to go with him, he'd say, take your own car. I get that, y'all. I have to admit, I would get in the zone and I just couldn't stop looking at stuff, except for the plumbing and electrical. Anyway, what he bought me was this big storage shed. One of those nice Rubbermaid, huge things. And we had just the corner in the backyard to put it. Well, now, we did kind of get into a little fight. He was going to put that thing together on unlevel ground. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. You don't do something like that and put it on unlevel ground. You're going to torque it. So anyway, I had everything. I mean, I didn't have any hedge trimmers because I didn't have any hedges. But I had pruners and I had fertilizer spreaders and a vacuum cleaner and a blower and a power washer. I mean, you name it, and I had it. Now, inside the garage, I did have a double door cabinet, and that's where I kept all my painting supplies because I was always painting something. I was painting a room, I was painting a piece of furniture. You know, I painted stuff all the time. So he let me have that much of the garage. But anyway, y'all, I was a very blessed woman then, and I am a very blessed woman now. Thank y'all so much for watching. Isn't that an ugly urn, y'all? I am going to paint that thing. I'll probably have to take my plant out of it, or actually I can take some saran wrap and wrap around it really good and some tin foil around the edges so I don't get it on the dirt. But I can paint that, and eventually I'd love to see it in a nice turquoise color. But you know what? Terry got that out of the giveaway of the old apartment where we were living, up in the laundry room. And it was so sweet of him to do that. Love y'all. Do something fun today besides watching my videos. Talk to you later.